So how many times a week would you guys say that you actually eat fast food? Alright, well there we go. Because we are all in high school, most of us do watch lunch every day, and it's very, accessible. You go out, go down to Jack in the Box, I know Jordan does, and he goes and gets his fast food and eats that every day. Well, there is such thing called a metabolism, and most of us as teenagers are blessed with a decent metabolism, and just that fast food gets burned off right away. Well, when you get older, that metabolism will, it will go away, and you'll start getting fatter and fatter if you keep eating fast food. In the long term short, fast food is making America fat. Let me start with how many calories are actually in fast food. Fast food contains hundreds more calories per meal than the actual decent meal contains. And a person needs roughly about 400 to 600 calories based on a 3-meal and a 2-snack per day meal plan. And I found that on obesityinfo.com. If you go and eat, that burger from, say, McDonald's or something like that, you're going to get that about 220 more calories per meal. What are you going to go and eat for the rest of the day? For example, let's see here. I actually don't have my examples. Never mind. Now that I've talked about, how many calories are actually in fast food, let us move on to what bad fat and good fat are actually in fast foods. To get started off, what good fat is considered is the saturated fat, and that's naturally occurring fat in foods, in our meats and in dairy like milk. Found that on caloriecount.com. Bad cholesterol, known as LDL. Sorry, let me mess that up. There's good and bad cholesterol out there, and fast food gives you really bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol, known as LDL, builds up in our veins and on our vein walls, and can cause blood clots, leading into heart attacks. But there also there's good cholesterol out there called HDL, which is made of proteins instead of fat. And what this good HDL does, it sucks up all the bad fat in your blood and gets rid of it and keeps your heart healthy. And it also makes you less prone to heart disease, and I found that on harvard.edu. Now I've told you how fast food can plug your veins. Let's move on to how fast food contains way too much salt. Now we all know that humans need salt to survive. And how much per day is about 1,200 milligrams. And if you do have too much salt in your system, it's going to lead to high blood pressure, obesity of course, osteoporosis, and also bowel cancer. For example, say if you go down to where I work, KFC, and you go down and have what everyone just loves, which we sadly don't carry anymore, the KFC Double Down. That has 1,880 milligrams of salt. You go in to have that, what else are you going to eat for the rest of the day? You cannot have any more salt for the rest of your day. Say if you went to McDonald's and had Angus bacon with cheese, that has 2,070 milligrams of salt. See, George's shaking his head. Obviously, they're very good, but yet again, what are you going to have to eat for the rest of the day? Okay, so fast food is obviously very bad for you. Now let's explore the few possibilities how we might be able to actually fix this. One very simple way, I think, and I learned this from one of my grandfather's friends, had a very interesting discussion over Christmas break, is that we can make fast food, a lot more expensive. Now just imagine if you were walking to McDonald's and you were to go get a 10-piece nugget. Instead of only being a few bucks, imagine it being about $15, $20. That would just be as you walking into a fancy steak restaurant and getting that really nice steak. Less people would be apt to go in and actually get this fast food that's so accessible. That's the reason that Americans love this fast food, because you're traveling down the road, you're going to say to Portland, you're in the Gorge, and you stop at Biggs Junction, you go get McDonald's or you go get something like that. It's easy. You're in and out in 5 minutes and you're back on the road and you can eat. Now let's move on to how simple it would be just to avoid fast food altogether. Now, like I said earlier, when you're traveling, you do want that fast food, and you love that greasy cheeseburger now and again, but it would be really easy to avoid it. I know personally, I did almost all last summer trying to lose weight, and surprisingly, I did lose some. And that actually really helped not to be eating so much fast food. Alright, so now if you can't handle, not having that burger, you gotta have that fast food in your diet. You can do one little simple thing to just make it go away. Well, not necessarily go away, but stop it from making you fat. Just go work out. Working out can be great for you, in many ways. It's great for your health. Bulk up some with muscle. And with this fast food, I'm not saying, you can go out every single day and have some fast food, but you can go out, in moderation. Have it maybe once or twice a week, and that's still, to me, that's pushing it. Maybe once a week, every other week. But with that working out, it's going to help, stop it. Stop you from getting fat. Working out also can get rid of that bad cholesterol I mentioned earlier. With working out, you can lower your bad cholesterol anywhere from 5 to 10%. And raise that good cholesterol up to 3 to 6%. And scientists aren't really sure why working out and lowering cholesterol fits together, but for some reason they do. I found that on cholesterol.about.com. In conclusion, it's not up to us as a nation to get rid of fast food altogether. Because obviously as a nation we love fast food. You can just see it by how many, I hate to use the word fat, but overweight people are walking just down the street. You see them every day. I see a few of our fellow classmates like that. But it's your personal choice. You have to be the one to be out there and say, no, I'm not going to eat that fast food. No, I'm not going to go to McDonald's. I can go at home. I can ask my mom, or if you're living on your own, go to the store and choose healthy